There are a number of factors inside the classroom that impact how children learn. But what about the factors outside of the classroom? Live tonight from Sidney Lanier High School in Montgomery is WSFA 12 News reporter Morgan Young. And Morgan, those factors are just as important.
Well, Mark, once in an interview, former interim state superintendent Dr. Ed Richardson said to me that he believes poverty is the greatest barrier to education in our state. Montgomery Public School Superintendent Dr. Ann Roy Moore told me she knows that to be true. And there are teachers in MPS that I spoke with who say they are using so much of their time and so many of their resources working against something impacting their students before they even walk through the door.
Saturday mornings at Algenae Dixon's house usually include books.
My household's a low-income family household. I have 4 children.
The single mother says she knows what that can look like without time spent here.
Gang banging, into drugs, I couldn't let that happen.
Her oldest graduated and went off to the Navy. And for the other 3,
my idea was keep them busy.
Dixon isn't alone. Montgomery Public Schools' latest data shows that more than 7 in every 10 families in MPS lives below the poverty line.
It is bigger than what you can imagine.
MPS social worker Sakia Dixon works with about 30 families.
A lot of our families are struggling.
From basic food, shelter, and clothing needs to social services for domestic violence and abuse. Dixon is one of 5 in MPS.
We honestly barely put a dent in the problems.
Problems showing up in the classroom. Tara Hammond sees them with her 2nd graders.
Lack of resources been available, so we're limited to what we can assign for them. It puts them behind.
Hammond says she spends about $100 a month buying snacks and supplies for kids who don't have them, and about half of her classroom time going over basic things like hygiene and manners.
How often are you seeing your kids coming to school hungry?
Daily. That hurts.
And that need extends to daily interaction and attention from parents.
Vocabulary is not there, the literature is not there.
Possibly making it hard for these students to catch up and be prepared. An average of only 10.4% of MPS 10th graders who are living in poverty fell in the ready category on their ACT Aspire test for reading, math, and science. MPS Superintendent Dr. Ann Roy Moore says there is a relationship between poverty and performance.
Of the 53 schools in MPS, 38 of them are Title I schools receiving federal funds to serve low-income families. And all 11 of the schools on the state's failing schools list are on the Title I list.
That's not an excuse. We're in the capital of the state of Alabama. We should be a shining star.
And she says that's everyone's job.
But all the people in and around Montgomery should do what they can do to help make it a shining star.
By addressing the issue.
It's fair because it's true. The matter is at hand.
And meeting students where they are.
It's the relationship that you build with these students day in and day out.
For Algenae Dixon, who was also a product of a single-parent low-income household, it's about filling in the gaps at home.
We had God and we had a family that cared.
So she gives that love to her own children.
We gotta push them.
Saying parents, especially ones in poverty, cannot afford not to.
Their ticket out of here,
in many cases, is here.
But we got to give them some hope.
And it works. Just ask her 17-year-old daughter, Altoria, who wants to be a dentist.
I know I'm smart enough. I know I can do it.
She says because of the love and time spent right here.
Now, MPS has a number of community partnerships to assist families who are low income in the area. Dr. Moore said a lot of times it's just a matter of connecting people with resources and letting them know that they're available at very little cost, if any cost at all. We've created an interactive map that shows these community partnerships and included information for some other resources in the community if you or maybe a family you know could use them. That information is live right now on our website. Mark.